The following is an article from the Arizona Republic dated August 18, 1983. Labor held in strangling of young girl. A man seen leaving a party early Saturday with a 12-year-old girl was arrested Wednesday in connection with her slaying, Phoenix police said. Investigators said Joseph Paul Perea, 20, a laborer in the plastering business, was taken into custody after other people at the party identified him. Perea, who has no permanent address but had been staying with his mother in Tolleson, is suspected of killing JoAnn Siqueros of 736 North 20th Street. The girl was found strangled about 7:30 a.m. Saturday on the grounds of Edison Elementary School, 804 North 18th Street, 4 blocks from the residence where she had attended the party. An autopsy showed JoAnn had been sexually assaulted and manually strangled. She was seen leaving the party about 3 a.m. Saturday, according to Phoenix police spokesman Brad Dis. He said Perea was arrested at Phoenix Police Department headquarters at 620 West Washington after Perea went there voluntarily with the police for questioning. For everyone who doesn't remember JoAnn, this one is another one after he was guilty, but I won't get into that one. The reason I'm doing this video here in particular is because my cousin posted something on Facebook, and she asked a question about her teenage daughters dating, and asked a question about what age a teenage girl should date. JoAnn was 12 years old at a party with intoxicants in her system. There are girls, women now, from Duperville Projects who had intended on attending that party. Many were there. The girls, the kids in the projects were fast. How many of them had kids as teens themselves? How many girls from the projects, or how many relatives do I have or friends that had children as teens, and actually underage as teens? You should be the first one to recognize your own mistakes. So you should be the first one to recognize that that should never be allowed. That should never be enabled. Let me explain something to you. As a man, no. When she's out the house, she can do whatever she wants. But until then, no. I'm not going to give my daughter's hand to no boy. I wouldn't give it to a man in marriage. What makes you think I'm going to allow a kid to sit on my couch with my kid, my daughter? And I noticed that on the comments in that post that it's pretty stereotypical of the women. Look at your answers, man. Is that really cool for reals? No, it's not. You're enabling something that leads to exactly where you know it's going to lead to. No, it's different with your kid. They're good kids. They did it. Shut the fuck up. You weren't that either. Stop lying to yourselves first when you say stupid shit like that, because you know you're lying. Let's get them fucking skeletons out of the closet, man, because JoAnn's resurrected now. Over a post on Facebook. A 12-year-old was brutally raped, murdered, and strangled. And let's not get into the other details of what we know about that, or what happened there to her before and after. Do you really have to ask the question? Think about the questions that you're asking of life in general first. Stop making excuses. Stop justifying it. Listen, no means no. That's it. I don't give a fuck. Shut the fuck up about it. Because my daughter nor her mother would have no say in that. Do you understand that? Do you get that? Neither of them would have no say in that. But it wouldn't be that way with me. Her upbringing would be totally different. I wouldn't raise my daughter on no devices. I wouldn't hand them off to no one else. She would be with me all the time. I would not take my eyes off her because I would just love to watch her grow. That would be the light of my life. But no, because you guys had kids as teens, you seem to want to still justify that action. But that's the one thing of all things, mistakes that you made in your life that you should be correcting now with them. You want to give them everything you never had. You never had a chance to graduate before you had a kid, did you? You never had an opportunity to do a whole bunch of really good shit for yourself. Because why? Because of that child. And where are the men at? Motherfuckers. Those days are done. JoAnn's gone. And the next time I'm at the cemetery, I'm gonna be sure to go visit her grave so everybody sees it. This is where we come from, man. What I put out there thus far, this doesn't even scratch the surface. We know this. With all the tragedies that are behind us, we insist and persist down the same path that lead us where? Where is it going to get your teenage daughter by sitting on a couch with a little boy? Mom, can we go in the room? Mom, can we go in the room? Mom, can we go in the... you can leave the door open? You know what the fuck happens next, man? You stop, you nip the shit in the bud. Fuck no, go away with that stupid shit. Go cry me a river, sing me a Justin Timberlake song or something. You know what I'm saying? Go fucking go out, air out your grievances on your little social media. Shut the fuck up. Go tell your friends how fucked up I am. Get the fuck out of here. But do it in your room. Because that's the way most of you guys are with your kids anyway these days. See, it would not be that way with me. I'm a 47-year-old man, and should I be blessed with a daughter of all things at my age? Do you really think that I would take into consideration anything that I've seen of any man or woman in their upbringings of their children? Fuck no. I ain't seen no examples yet. It's the fabric of our society. It's the culture in which we come from. The culture, the soil. The nutrients that are in the soil that raises, that gives the seed the opportunity to spring, to die, to spring to life. Can you not see beyond the blinders? Do you need to take them off? Do you not realize that what you're concealing from your children about yourself, or that you're concealing from yourself because of shame and guilt or whatnot, is the very reason why the cycles perpetuate, the very reason why these generational curses persist? Has it ever dawned on you that that's why? I mean, never mind all the gang violence, right? Because the reality of it is, it didn't really explode until 1990. It was a different beast up until then, until I decided. I don't see no examples of a better way. You know what I mean? I don't hear people, with the exception of memes that people post, that are other people's stuff that just You know, you sit and, oh, you're suddenly enlightened. What are you promoting yourself in general? Like, man, even at my worst of times on Facebook, I'm actually teaching people how to do things. I'm actually fucking educating people on things. I'm actually enlightening people on things. Giving people all kinds of did you know that I know people didn't know. I mean, 12-year-old girl, brutally raped, manually strangled. You get it? Now that that boy or that girl has developed enough for them to even understand what's going on right there, and parents don't seem to understand what's going on right there. So I wouldn't allow for something you don't understand, because it don't make no sense. I beg you, man. Please reconsider your whole thought process. Reconsider what you thought was right, especially as it pertains to your upbringing. Especially if it can't be universally applied. Because what's good for the goose is good for the gander, always. And I'm out.